I ask, Lord, that you continue to be who you are in their lives, Lord, so that they're able to just give back, Lord, and continue to just move forward, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. And I got my own mantra. For everything I should have said, but have not said. And I apologize, for everything I should have done, but have not done. Y'all got to remember that. It's very important. Y'all can sit down. Now, each and every person in this room has woke up one day. It's time to go to work or go to school, whatever you got to do. You're looking for your keys or your phone or your glasses. Let's call it your keys. So you get to the door, and can't find my keys. So you go back to the couch. That's where you was last sitting at. No keys. Flip over a few pillows. No keys. It don't take long for your meter to get hot. You know, you start getting pissed because you can't find the keys and you already 10 minutes late for work. Yell up the stairs. Bang, bang, where are my keys? I didn't send your keys. You go to the kitchen. I just made a sandwich. My keys might be in there. No keys. So about 15 minutes later, you go back into the living room. You scratching your head. Where are my keys? Right in your hand. That's how success is. Success is right in front of us. For us and for this entire city. I'm city before self. I'm not a selfish person. And I say that that's important because each one of us is just one thing away from being successful. And to be successful, you got to have purpose. And purpose breeds passion. Purpose is here. Passion is here. And passion is like a ringing telephone. And anybody knows a ringing telephone must be answered. But sometimes you answer that phone, it's not what you want to hear. So you're an artist, you sing. You go to the studio, you make this incredible record. You tell your mother, I'm going to buy you a house. You tell your friends, oh, we going to LA because I got the hit record. Phone rings, it's this company you've been waiting to hear from, only to tell you this not the one. But you got passion. So you go right back to the studio, you record another song, and you tell your friends, oh, we out of here this time for show. This is the one. Get a phone call from this record label you've been waiting on, they tell you this not the one. So then after a while you start giving up and you quit. Like I tell you, successful people understand that a ringing telephone must always be answered. It don't matter who on the other line.
I know that's right.
Failure is the cornerstone for which all success is built. If you do not have failure, you cannot have success. If you don't have light, can't have dark. Don't have good, don't have bad. You don't have God, don't have Satan. If you do not have failure, you cannot have success. But see, it's all in the way we see things. See, I've been through a lot of things in my life. I like to be transparent so people can know where I'm coming from. I was molested as a child. I've been out in the streets, sold dope, spent 7 years in prison, got out and went through 10 years of suicidal depression. But I'm here. We only as strong as what we've been through. So it's all in the way you see things. I used to see that as a setback, but no, that's a setup for a comeback. Let me tell you a small story. And this relates to how you see things. Man owns a shoe company, right? He has 1 million pair of shoes. He tells 2 salesmen, I need y'all to get rid of these shoes. Salesman number 1 gets on a plane, goes to some godforsaken country on the other side of the world, gets off the plane, gets in a taxi, goes to the center of town, looks around, nobody wearing shoes. Calls his boss and said, man, send the plane back, ain't nobody wearing shoes. Salesman number 2 gets on a plane, goes on the other side of the world to some godforsaken country, gets off the plane, gets in the cab, goes to the center of town, looks around, damn, nobody's wearing shoes. Calls his boss says, damn, you want me to send the plane? He said, yeah, send it with everything we got, nobody wearing shoes. It's all in the way we see things. You can see it as a failure, you can see it as a success. The things that I've been through my life, been through in my life, have put me in a position to be where I'm going. I went to Philly Weeden's movie, If You Knew Better, We Do Better, which I directed. And no, it wasn't him. Another guy was interviewing me, and he said, what do you got coming up? I said, I have a movie called Banger coming up next year. No BS, I didn't have 1 dime and half the script. Didn't have no money and half the script. Didn't know how I was going to fund it, but I'm a proponent of the universal law, and I knew I'm going to attract this money. The law of attraction states that which is like itself is attracted, so I knew I got to put it out there in the universe. That boy had so much energy going that night, I already knew what it was, right? So I put it out there that I was going to have this movie. And sure enough, within 2 months, I had a sizable amount of cash. I had Omar Gooden, I had Clifton Powell, and I had Joe Estevez. I said, damn, I'm standing in the living room talking to a woman, and she said, man, you on the cusp of something great. What do you need? I said, man, I need some actors. No BS. She pulled out her phone and said, will Clifton Powell do? I was like, yeah, Clifton Powell do. Will Omar Gooden do? Yeah, Omar Gooden do. She got on the phone, she started dialing. Next thing I know, I had Clifton Powell on the phone. So I thought, by getting Clifton Powell on the phone, I would have this like feeling of emotion. But then I understood, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be talking to Clifton Powell on the phone. You understand? I'm supposed to be that. Clifton Powell comes into town, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna be like, how you doing, Clifton? I'm like, Clifton, let's work, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I just want, we're gonna go back and forth. We got a lot of topics we want to hit. This right here is Philly Weeden. I'm gonna let him say a few words before we get into the mentality part of it. But I just want Philly to know, man, right now, you got a good thing going in this city, man. We really respect you. I respect you as a person. Didn't always understand you. I gotta admit, early on, I thought you was arrogant, pompous, and a little self-centered because I didn't understand you. I didn't understand them. I'm keeping it 100. And because I didn't understand it, I'll admit, I probably had some envy, some jealousy, a bird would probably sit on your shoulder and whisper in your ear that I said some cross things about you, probably be telling you the truth. But I stand here, now listen, I'm a man. And if I'm man enough to talk behind his back, I'm man enough to tell him to his face, I apologize, I respect you, and I say even this. But for the 4 kids I bred, no person on this earth in the last 5 years has influenced me, inspired me, and motivated me to purpose more than Philly Weeden.
What's going on, everybody? When Mike asked me to come aboard to do this Independence Cleveland, man, I jumped to it because it's no greater place, man, to just be able to get rooted in your own community. You know, with his story, man, I don't know if I can't top all that. You know, I'm just a person, man, who just believes in working. I'm a person who believes in perfecting your craft, a person who believes in just working for the things that you want. You know, I was raised in a household, single parent mother, and she didn't tell us what to do. She just showed us through her actions of how to be resilient, how to fall down and still stand up with your chest out. And you know, being successful is a state of mind. Money is the reward of being successful. So if you're chasing money,
I know that's right.
you'll never be successful. Because you're going to be jumping from one thing to the next. You're going to be unstable in all your ways. So, but you know, like Mike said, before we get into this, man, I just really I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for all of you all coming out. As you see, we don't have enough chairs, but that's being accommodated. Okay. So, man, we're about to jump this off because let me give you a story. And this is gonna do something to somebody. The story is, you have a father who is driving down the highway. He ends up getting a flat tire. He has 2 kids with him, 2 boys. One is 7 and one is 9. So the father gets out, tells the boys, go on the side of the road. I'm gonna change this tire. Jack the car up. As he jacked the car up, he found out that there was a stick or something up under the car that got his attention. So instantly, he crawled up under the car. As he crawled up under the car failed. Now, what do the kids do? They panicked. The 7-year-old said, we gotta get daddy from under this car. 9-year-old says, I don't know how we're gonna do that. He says, look, you pick the car up. I'll pull daddy from under the car. And that's how we're gonna make him alive. He said, we can do that? He's like, hold on, just watch out. So the ambulance came, police came, all these sirens coming. They said, what happened? Who got this man up from under this car? And the old man coming across this field saying, I called the police, I called you. I seen it. He said, who got him under this car? The 9-year-old said, I did. And he was like, who picked the car up? And the 7-year-old said, I did. And the man said, it's true, I seen it all. So the moral of the story is, in yourself to do it. The reason why they was able to do that is because nobody told them they couldn't. So as a 9-year-old, we all know physical. He didn't do that. But his mind made him do it. You're able to do and be anything you want to be, as long as you put the right amount of energy into it. And you don't believe in failing. Because when you fail, you have to get back up.
I know that's right.
It's only a couple of people, man. Everybody cannot be successful. Everybody can't make it to the top. It's only a couple of people who are willing to work for it. Hard work beats talent any day. As long as talent's not willing to work. So if you're willing to work, no matter who you are, and even the person with the most talent don't make it to the top. Everybody don't make it. That's just reality. There are millionaires that you have no idea who they are because they're not in entertainment. They're not in political offices. They're not CEOs of anything. They just know how to operate when they fail. So we about to get started, man.
All right.
Weeks ago and sold out a theater. He should have showed out 3 days. Are you serious? It's 1 million people in Cleveland. And nobody has a machine like Philly. We all trying to get that machine. Each person in this room is a cog. You know what a cog is? The little circle with the teeth in it. If I connect with you, our cogs link and we turn like this. You connect with her. Before you know it, it's a big cog at the top of the box. Once we connect and we all link to that cog, it's off and rolling. But we are divided Cleveland. Not a unified Cleveland. We did a movie last year and we sold out 6 theaters in 1 day. Are you serious? It's 1 million people in Cleveland. We shit this every day. Every day. These are, not because I want enough money to buy a Bentley, because it's not, I don't do this for money. I've been doing this. People don't know I used to be a rapper. My name was Gang. Yeah. I mean, I done did a lot. I was the first unsigned artist ever to tour with MTV. I got 2 top 100 albums, a top 20 single. I wrote a book. I dominated bodybuilding for 10 years. And I'm still broke. That's because, but that's okay, because this is what I do. If I never make a dime, I'm still gonna do this. But it ain't by happenstance that I'm talking to y'all. I don't care what you call it. Allah, Jesus, or the universe. He put me here for a reason to talk to y'all. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Ain't by happenstance that I connect with Philly. Philly is 10 years, maybe more, my junior. But sometimes I'm his mentor, and a lot of times I'm his pupil. Because I understand that somehow our futures are linked, brother. They are. We done been through some things, and we always come out on the other side. I want to come out on the other side with you, with you, with you. Like Philly said, I want to build a bridge to your brand. But you got to understand, if your bridge is not solid, I can't do it. At least we both fall in the water. And what I mean by a solid bridge is, don't go record in your homeboy's basement and it just sound like y'all rapping through a towel and then come to me and say, put it in my movie. I can't do it.
Tell the truth.
I can't do it. Don't go write a book and then I read it and I'll be like, was this edited? You like, yeah, my sister edited. She in the 7th grade. I can't stand my brand on that. So to become a unified Cleveland, we got to understand that we got to operate from the cellular level. Small steps first. If you're not going to put out quality product, I'm going to give you a good one. Income tax is finna come. If you don't spend some of your income tax money on your brand, quit doing it. Quit doing it. If you're not going to spend money on yourself, how can you expect Russell Simmons to dump $1 million into you? Are you serious? Are you serious? You know how many times I done maxed out my credit cards? And I was driving a 1996 Chevy Lumen. I remember I picked, look at it. I went and picked Philly up one day to take him to the bank. I know he wanted to laugh, but I didn't care. Because this had to be done. I had a $5,000 camera and some $3,000 lenses though. You know what I'm saying? My Timberlands was 2 years old. But I had a dolly, I had some lights, and I had the ability to keep going. And if you don't have that mentality and you just waiting on fame to do this, fame at the door. Hey, mom, fame at the door for you. It ain't gonna happen, homeboy. You gotta meet fame halfway. You got to put that work in. And that work is, if you don't feel stressed out, damn near depressed, you probably not hustling hard enough. Because that comes with it. That comes with, you know how many times I quit? I quit every morning. I'll be brushing my teeth. I'll be brushing my teeth like I quit. I quit. Phone ring, it be my partner Tina Hobbs. Mike, you ready? I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, because the universe dictates that I do this. I know where I am in this universe, but it took me a while to understand what had to be done and what needed to be done to get where I needed to get. So for us to become unified, we got to start on that basic level. And Philly go break it down now about quality, branding, packaging, that type of thing, and we'll keep it going. Thank you.
All right, let's get into some stuff. Being creative. Everyone is creative in their own right. Whether you rap, sing, write, act, anything. Creation makes you a genius. It's what you do with that will make you successful. Every pimp use their gift the wrong way. They can be great writers, great talent scouts, great casting agents. It's a good side to your gift and a bad side to your gift. You can be a womanizer. You can be a ladies' man. You can be all that, but use it the other way. That's what you were on this earth to do, is to use your gift, recognize your gift, and develop in your purpose. Now, when you want to build a company, or build yourself, or a brand, a brand is when you recognize what your purpose is. Now, when you recognize what your purpose is, branding yourself, it's an everyday job. I get it. We all get unfocused and we get disrupted because we can't keep up with everybody else who's doing it. You can't keep up with the hottest trends. To be a rapper, you gotta have gold chains, cars, girls, money. I ain't got all that. So how can I be a rapper? In order to be an actor, you gotta be in Lee Daniels films. You gotta be in this in order to get credit. I can't get that type of vision. How can I get it? So yeah, you get discouraged. Yes, you get displaced and you're like, I give up. Whenever you are able to say I give up, you're going to give up. But if you look at the ultimate goal, the big picture of what it is and why you're doing it, you're going to continue. When I first started, man, this is one of the key things that I did. I made sure I set myself up with something to do every day, building towards wherever it is I have to go to. So if I'm doing a stage play, for this week I'm writing this play. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on casting a play. The next day I'm gonna work on the branding of whatever. Every day set yourself up with something else to do in order to keep your drive going, because being creative, you got ADHD. Being creative, we all should have been on meds. If our parents were sitting back and was like, something wrong with that boy, you going to the doctor, we'd all be sitting here on pills. But you're creative for a reason. You have to link in. When you're creative, you deal with depression. When you're creative, you deal with suicidal thoughts. When you're creative, you deal with just wanting to give up on life. If I was to ask you who you are, matter of fact, all right, who's your favorite? Okay, who's Michael Jackson?
One of the greatest pop singers alive.
Okay.
Well, was alive.
I get it. What did I ask you?
Who was Michael Jackson?
Who is Diana Ross?
Diana Ross is a beautiful singer and actress who used to be in a singing group and went solo.
Okay. Who is Patti LaBelle?
Patti LaBelle was one of the top. If only you knew.
If only you knew. All right. Now listen, they're all, what everybody named is what they do, not who they are. So if I was to ask you who you are, and you tell me I'm a singer, I'm a rapper, I'm the best this, I'm the best that, that's how you lose yourself. So yes, you're going to deal with suicidal thoughts. Yes, you're going to deal with depression. You're going to deal with everything that you should not deal with because you don't know who you are. If I ask you who's Michael Jackson is the best pop singer, da 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 da. That's why he was dealing with what he was dealing with, because he was under pressure of being the best pop singer. But if I was to ask you who's Michael Jackson, he say, oh man, Michael Jackson, man, he was cool, down to earth, da 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 da. That's who Michael Jackson is. Michael Jackson was a little kid playing in Indianapolis, in Gary. Now I got it. That's who Michael Jackson is. So when you start putting pressure on yourself of who you are and who you want to be, it's two different things. Who you want to be is not who you are. You have to separate yourself with your privacy and your public life. You have to. Because everybody's going to feel, being in entertainment, being a public figure, being anybody, everybody's going to feel the right to talk about what you do. That's just, you're employed by the public. So if I put up a stage play, somebody say, man, I hate that play. They have the right to say that because that's who pays. If you go to work and your boss say, hey, I don't like what you got on today, that's who you represent. Because I can tell you right now, I'm not Philly Weeden. I'm Philippe. All day. But when I'm in front of you and I got to put on the show, I'm Philly Weeden. But I know I had to go through a whole lot. A whole lot. If you go on any of my social medias, man, you don't see nothing personal about me. Nothing. Because I learned the hard way. I can give you the keys to success all day. First of all, success in the minority. We all feel that it's a hush-hush subject. It is. If I make it to the top, I ain't dealing with you. I'm not going to tell you how to get there. It's your job to get there. It shouldn't be like that. I can give you the blueprint all day. I can tell you, you're going to have a failed marriage. You're going to have an empty bank account. Your kids are going to run away. You're going to want to die. All that. Because that's what I had to go through. People don't get what you got to do. They don't get it. I have a joke all the time, but it's a real life joke. Don't make me decide between you and what I want to do. How serious are you about what you want to do? Because you're going to come up and some people are going to challenge you. They're going to challenge what it is that you want to do. Why are you doing that? We got to pay the cable bill this month. Why are you doing that? You need gas in your car. Like I said, everybody's not going to make it. But how bad do you want to make it? If I got to eat in my car, I will get out and leave that car. I've done it. Why are you walking? Because I'm not calling you. I'm not. People will, on the road to success, people will latch on, but you got to figure out why they're there. If you don't figure out why they are there, my God, you're going to lose everything. All because of one person. Intuition, gotta have it. Gut feeling, gotta have it. Know how to use the people around you the correct way. And if you can't find a purpose for them, you gotta go. I'll deal with you when it's a reunion. I'll deal with you when I see you in the street. I'll deal with you when you inbox me or whatever. But when you are dealing with your purpose and your brand, have those around you that want to push you. Everybody around you should not be the yes man, the yes ma'am, because you're going to fail. Somebody around you should make you feel like, I will fire you. Why are you talking to me like that? Man, I've gotten plenty of emails, man, from the people that I deal with, and I'll ask them a certain thing. Hey, what about this? Da, da, da. I like it. I don't need your opinion, but I'm asking you. And then when they give it to me, it hurt. It hurt. And I just get silent for a week. Like, I don't even talk to you because that hurt me. But I sat back and thought about it like, she right. They right. You have to find out how to use the people around you in order to build your brand. Everybody around you is not for you. Everybody around you should not go with you. Everybody, every step of success, it's going to be new people that's coming to replace them. You have to be able to replace them. And don't get so emotionally attached. Man, I have let go of cousins. I have let go of man, people that I assumed would be around me from the beginning until the end. But I had to make that decision because nobody's name is up there but mine. They don't care about, they don't even know who you are. All they know is Philly Weeden. Philly Weeden did that. Philly Weeden did this. No. They did this to Philly Weeden, but I'm the one that got to pay for it because my name is on the line. If your brand is out there, you're the face of your brand. They don't care about who your assistant is. They don't care about who your publicist is. They don't care about none of that. You're responsible for your own brand. You're responsible for who is around you. You're responsible for what you do. There's one rule in this world, man, that I need you to take with you is it's some things in this world that you can't control. You can't control. But what you can control is who around you. And what you do. You can control that. So why is your personal life stressful? Why is your relationship stressful? You control all of that. You don't control your job. You don't control your boss. You control what you do and who is around you. So if they're not pushing you to where you got to go, you got to go. Let's go.
Powerful, bro. All right, everybody here, because they want to have some type of success. Who wants to be successful? Now, how many people here heard this? A lot of y'all probably heard the story of the guru, and the man who reached out to the guru. Who heard the story? I'm gonna tell. Okay, I'm gonna give you my version. So, man decides he wants to be successful, so he calls a guru. Right? This guy is on top of his game. Guru says, meet me at the beach at 3 a.m. So the man goes to the beach at 3 a.m. He tells the man, and wear your best suit. The guy goes to the beach in his best suit. Guru says, how bad do you want to be famous? No, he says, what do you want? He says, success. How bad do you want it? More than anything. Well, come out in the water. So I'm not going out in the water. I got on my best suit. We don't want to be successful. Man throws a tantrum but says, okay, steps out to the water, knee deep. Guru says, what do you want? He says, I want to be successful. How bad do you want it? More than anything. He said, well, come on out to the water. Man goes out into the water. It's waist high. Pretty soon, it's neck high. The guru asked the man, what do you want more than anything? He said, I want to be successful. He said, we got to come out into the water. Man steps out to the water. It's right here. Next thing you know, the guru takes the man's head, rams it under the water, pulls him up, back under the water. Man's gasping for breath. He's choking. He's damn near dead. Guru pulls his head up and said, what do you want more than anything? He said, I want to breathe. He told him, when you want success as much as you want breath, then you'll be successful. You got to have that mentality. If you're not living it, and anybody in here who is an artist know what I mean by living it. I mean, I hate to live it sometimes. It's you know how many relationships I've lost, how many friends I've lost, how many opportunities I've lost because I live it. I live it. I want to go to Jamaica. I can't because I'm about to max this credit card out on some camera lenses. I want to do this. I want to do that, but I can't do it because my role in life is paved already. And I'll tell you about that. People say, well, Mike, how do you do it? What are you supposed to do? I tell them, I don't know. It is no right way or there is no wrong way. There is simply what? The way. It's the way. And the way is that way. See, what worked for me is, like I told you, I went through a suicidal depression. I'm talking about notes written, pistol to the head, all that. So I hit rock bottom. But what worked out for me is when you hit rock bottom, you can't go nowhere but up. Yeah. And I don't do side to side. So I'm rock bottom. I'm talking about, oh, I went up. And pretty soon I understood, and I've been on every medication you can be on, but pretty soon I did. I mean, I'm honest with you. pretty soon I was able to use the art and my purpose and the passion. I'm a passionate guy. You can probably hear it in my voice. People be like, man, you too abrasive. I'll be like, I'm passionate. You can take it how you want. Take it how you want to. I'm a nice guy. But when you have that passion, that undying passion, there is, look at y'all came here. There's a lot of people that didn't come here, but they're not doing nothing. They just sitting at home. They're not sitting at home. And we all here with the same struggles. The motivation, the mentality, and the money. So everybody want to know, man, where do I get this money from? How can I take myself to the next level? I want to generate capital. Everybody wants to live a life and take care of their family with their gift. Am I correct? That's a very hard thing to do. At least if we not a unified Cleveland. These people in here alone can fund somebody's next project. Million people in Cleveland, I say that again, but we won't support our own. Again, you clap for Philly Weeden. Unfortunately, I don't want to sound selfish, you got to spend money on Philly Weeden. Because you believe in Philly Weeden. Come here. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You tend to accept things that you can see. You ever saw passion? Anybody? I'm gonna show you what passion is. And I already know the homie got it. Philly, do you want to be successful? This way, turn around. Do you want to be successful? Can I trust you? Can they trust you? Do you believe in yourself? When you fall, will you get back up? When you fall, will you stay down? Are you a quitter? Will you ever quit? Should I trust you? Should I trust you? Do you believe? You know what I'm saying? I took my Timberlands off just because I knew he was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I do me, and that's why we yin and yang. This is my guy right here. But I see Suave Gotti, even Al, J. Cool. It's a lot of people in here that have been doing it a long time. It takes passion to do that. It takes passion to be told no. True story. Sent my movie out to some people. You know how long I've been working on Banger. Sent this movie out, oh, they ate it up. I cried. I was devastated. Like, no, I put too much into this movie for you to tell me that. Me and my partner, we like, damn, what? Next day, phone ringing. Oh, this is the whip. But that one person devastated. Then I had to step back and tell myself, like he said, everybody not gonna like it. Everybody not gonna like your book, your poem, whatever it is you're doing. Everybody is not going to like it. But you have to at least attempt to operate on the highest level that you can operate. You got to push your craft to the limit. If you're a writer, if you're not going over it like you said, ADD, you go over it so many times, it's getting ridiculous. But you also got to trust yourself that this is what you do. This is what you do. So you can't wait too long, but the first thing y'all gotta do, anybody in here who wants to be successful, the first thing you gotta do, if you have a thought in your head, if you do not write it down on paper, get away from me. That ain't real. That ain't, because if you die, it die with you. Once you commit it to paper, it is now a living thing. And the universe, who believes in karma? So if I put something in the universe, it comes back. So that makes it, they don't have nothing to do with religion, y'all. Karma is not, karma is a thing. You put it in the universe, it comes back. I swear, I use the law of attraction. I can tell you it worked. I can tell you it worked. If somebody would have told me, I sat on the edge of a bed and wrote 5 letters, one to my daughter, one to my mother, one to my brother, and 2 to my friends, and told them this was just too much for me, and I'm gonna check out. Put the pistol to my head, pulled the hammer back. My daughter woke up and said, Daddy, don't leave me again, because I just came home from prison. I knew then the universe talks to me. I'm not a real religious guy, but I'm very spiritual. And it's from that day forward that I understood what was supposed to go on. I will die trying to achieve this goal. With my very last breath, I will try to achieve this goal. And if y'all not living like that, and trying to connect with people who are living, and I want to connect more. I want to connect more with people like Philly. Philly opened my eyes, I ain't gonna lie. Again, I say, I'm an alpha, and I ain't talking about fraternity, I'm talking about male. That's me, I'll tell you. I ain't never been so taken by the drive that a dude got. Like, I can't explain it. It's unparalleled. And you have fueled an entire city. We believe it again. And that woke me up to, if we can unify, me and a lot of other, I see so many people that I know that's out here really trying to get it. if we can unify just a little bit, that don't mean you gotta come to my movie or go to everyone his place. It's just we gotta cease with the hate, with the deceitful, backstabbing, we gotta go on with that. We can't do that. We won't unify. You can go to Atlanta right now and let's just take the rap scene. The hottest rappers, all 50,000 of them come from one city. So it's room for us all. It's room for us all right here. Mickey, do your thing. Tito, do your thing. Cool, do your thing. All in one city, and we'll back you. But you have to come up with something we can believe, something we can feel, and it has to be a certain standard of quality. So here go your biggest task right here. You want to get some money? I told y'all it's New Year's. I mean, people about to get their income tax. Me and my partner needed money last year. I had a guy from a mentor from Michigan named Mark Main. He just did it. His first movie was 50 grand. His last movie was 16 million. I said, where do you get the money at? He's like, get it from your friends. I said, my friends ain't got money. This is what he told me. If you went to jail today, who would you call? Bam, the light bulb went on. If you were sitting in jail today, how long would you sit before you come up with a laundry list of people to ask for money? Now, Donald Trump, love him or hate him, said you must ask people with money for money. Because what? They have money. Why would I ask my poor friend who work at Taco Bell for some money and ask my dude who work at Ford, hey man, with a straight face, can you give me $5,000? True story. Me and my partner did that, and before you know it, I had 30 grand. It was unreal. $30,000, and it went from there. And then it clicked on, and I just put the law of the universe in overdrive. And before you know it, I'm telling you, I had Clifton Powell and Omar Good and some other things. And with my movie, I'm still operating with the law. I will put 10,000 people in the seat. Me and Philly did what? Close to 2,000? I'm gonna put 10,000 in there. I expect that. I have to do that. The law dictates that I do that. We all gotta have that mentality. I will help anybody in here who will help themselves. But if you will not help yourself, if you have never spent money on your own project, you ain't ready yet. Don't come to me. If you you can't come to me with your first project. That means you have not bankrupted yourself trying to get yourself out of this mess. If you can't do it. We all got a job. Don't go to the bar. Don't get your hair done this week. I don't care what you do. Use your own money to show me, if you know what it's called, skin in the game. Show me you got your skin in the game before I put my skin in the game. Right? I got $5,000. You want $4,000? How much you put in? I ain't kicked in nothing. Unfortunately, I can't help it. But anybody understands. Donald Trump, I don't want to use Donald Trump. Russell Simmons or anybody understands we not millionaires like them. If you go to Russell Simmons and say, I just spent $400,000, he is highly more likely to give you $4 million. Because he know what $400,000 is to me. $4,000 is a lot to me. $400 was last week. But if you put enough of your own money, get your own skin in the game, then you can partner up with Philly. I promise I'll partner up with you if you give me something I can feel. And then we can all ascend. Because right now we all right here. We float on the top. We not going to that next level. Cleveland been on this level way too long. We got to get to the next level, but we must unify the city. Who down to unify? Now, picture this. This is the idea I had called Millionaires Month. If everybody in this room took out 30 bucks, right? This may be 150. If we had, say, 1,000 people, they took out $30. And then in March, an independent panel picked one artist. Everybody submit. I don't care what you do. Paint, rap, sing. You submit it. And then it goes down until it ends up with the last they can have.
Have you ever acted before? I said, nah. They said, you ever rolled a stage head before? I said, nah. They said, this your first time doing it? I said, yeah. It's like, okay, well, we recommend a couple other venues to you. And, to me, like he said, he the alpha male. I'm an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me no. Like, you can't tell me no. I'm calling you for your venue. I know you rent this out. But they have the right to say no. So, of course, that discouraged me. I'm like, maybe this ain't what I should be doing. So I stood down for about 2 days. But someone was like, man, just go. So I started working the scene, came down to CSU, and I did all my plays down here. And then when I was like, you know what, man, it's time. You know, it's time for me to grow. It's time for me to mature. It's time for me to go ahead and do this the way I saw me doing it. So I called them again. I said, hey, I'm trying to rent the playhouse out. They said, what's your name? I said, Philly Weeden. Mr. Weeden, how you doing, sir? Now the game changed because I didn't need you. I didn't use you. I did it on my own. So now you heard about me. So when I call you now, I'm Mr. Weeden. I'm not Philly Weeden no more. I'm Mr. Weeden. How you doing? What you want to do? I got a play coming out, standing in the need. Okay, what day you looking at? You see what I'm saying? And it took me 4 years. 4 years to get to that point. Was it lucrative? No. No. It cost a lot of money to get to the playhouse. I didn't get that much back. But for me to stand on the end of that stage, I was good. So again, continue to chase your dream, because your dream is what's going to continue to push you to where you got to get to. They told me no to the place that I wanted to go to. I want to do a stage play, Playhouse Square. I don't know nobody else. I don't know CSU. I didn't know Garfield. I didn't know none of the other places. All I know was the Playhouse. Nobody told me no. So when I call you, tell me no. So now what am I gonna do? There was nothing else for me to do. Get back up. Work. Work the scene. Make them know you. How can you tell me that no one supports you in Cleveland, you're an author? No one supports you in Cleveland, you're an actor. No one supports you in Cleveland, you're a producer. Let me tell you the best way to get your support. I don't tell this to everybody, but y'all need to hear it. How are you an author when you don't go to other people's book signings? How are you a playwright when you don't go to other people's plays? How are you a musician when you don't go to other venues to hear musicians? You don't have to say, hey, I'm here, how you doing? But go up to the person you need to go up to. Shake their hand, how you doing? You ain't gotta say nothing else. People feel compelled to support you when they see that you support them. I go to every play in the city. I try to. But I go. Do I go to make a scene? No. I go up to the playwright. How you doing? Good play. Then I'm gone. I'm not there to make a scene. I'm not there to say, hey, look who supported you. None of that. But you have, in order to get support, give it. Be the bigger person. So what? Nobody supports you. So what? Who are you supporting? If you're an author, how many books have you bought that wasn't yours? Locally. Don't go buy Dr. Angela's books. She don't, I mean, I don't say she don't care about you, but come on. You want support, right? She's not going to support you like that. Your family, your friends, other book writers, everybody's going to, they're going to support you. Make people feel compelled to support you because you give it back. You don't give it back. You don't support nobody with the intent or with a motivation to say, hey, I'm going to get you one day. Nah, you support them because for one, you love what you're doing, right? So don't you want to go to see somebody else and say how they doing? Don't you want to try and get ideas from somebody else? There's nothing wrong with being a copycat, as long as you copy the right cat. There is nothing wrong with being a copycat, as long as you copy the right cat. There's nothing that you're doing new. Nothing. The only thing that's different is your package, your rapping, your passion. I'm a rapper. He a rapper. Who are you gonna listen to first? Not me. I got on a suit. I'm an R&B singer. That's a rapper. Your presentation is everything. Everything. Don't tell me that you could not live your dream. You're never too old to develop your dream. I'm gonna give you an example. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
But have not said. And I apologize for everything I should have done. But have not done. Now, me and Philly, we got a little gift package we're going to give away right quick. So I'm going to let Philly just pick any random person out the audience for this gift pack. Who wants a free gift pack? Got some hands up.
Don't hold it against me, man. I can't see. Right here.
Second row, right there.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
All right, so what we got right now is we got a free Philly Weeden t-shirt, free banger t-shirt for you. But more importantly, what we got, hold on. More importantly, what we got, let me tell y'all a story. About 15 years ago, a stranger walked up to me and he gave me something. It was the craziest thing. He said, God told me to give you this. So he had it in his hand. I was like, you know, I looked at it and he said, I've been all around the world and have never seen one of these. I looked at it, was like, I kind of concur. But I took it home, kind of threw it up on the mantle. I was going through a depressed state right then. I pulled it off one time, changed my life forever. I put it in this case, and from time to time I look at it, and I reflect on that man. Oh, and I forgot, he told me, one day you must promise to give this to somebody else and you'll know when it's time. Today was time, because today is a unified Cleveland. So, I'm going to give you what he gave to me. You got to look in it. You can't tell nobody what's in this case. But I promise you, your life will be forever changed. And you got to promise me that I done had it 15 years. You got to promise me when the time is right, you're going to give this to somebody. Do you understand me? All right. We're going to count it down. We're going to count it down from 5. You got to stand on this side because they look like they want to see what's in there. Now, I want you to, it's right here on the bottom. We made something for you at the top. It's right here on the bottom. Don't shake so I don't want it to fall. I want you to stare at it for about 10 seconds, and you will clearly feel how I felt when I had knowledge of what was in this case. You ready? Let's go, y'all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely.
Have you ever seen that in your life?
No.
Is your life ever changed? You do enough things, you got enough rope to make a loop. You keep doing stuff towards your goal, you got enough rope to do like this. And pretty soon, you got enough rope to throw it in the air and pull the universe right here at your feet. Because that's where it is to me. I control the universe. It can't control me. It did too long. So when y'all leave here motivated, leave here inspired, and leave here more unified Cleveland. Thank you.
Thanks.